Some of our favorite events all across the community, including book talks, music at Maine, what's cooking, and so much more are happening over at the West Bloomfield Township Public Library. Those are supported and put on by the Friends of the West Bloomfield Township Public Library and in part through charitable contributions from people like you watching and listening at home and all throughout the greater West Bloomfield community. So where do those donations go when you donate to the Friends of the Library, and how do they ultimately impact our community? That can be answered by their fundraising coordinator and one of the members of the Friends of the West Bloomfield Library, Earnestina Moore, who joins us now on the Splash Live. Tina, thank you so much for being with us.
No problem. Good morning, and thank you so much for having me.
Yeah,
it's a pleasure.
Always a pleasure to talk with our friends at the Friends of the West Bloomfield Township Public Library, who really are the greatest friends that the library and these programs can have, because so many people engage in these programs at the library, whether they are these formal events or some of these other programs that your organization helps to support over the course of the year. So what is the work that's being done by the Friends on the day-to-day that people in our community should know about?
Yeah, so the library board, first of all, is a nonprofit. So our purpose and goal is to help fund and give access to the community of various programs. So as you mentioned, we sponsor Music at Maine, What's Talking, on Broadway, What's Cooking, which is, again, local restaurants come in and they have cooking classes and they give samples, and sometimes they even give discounts to the participants. And one of the things that people really like and probably aren't aware of, that when we had the recent solar eclipse, the Friends Board purchased the eyewear, the eyeglasses, for people to enjoy the solar eclipse safely. And we also have donated VR glasses to the library. We've donated a lot of the much loved bronze statues that you see at both campuses, the main campus and West Acres. So we do a lot behind the scenes, but it's all done in an effort to help bolster the activity and engagement of our community with the library.
And so where do those efforts all begin? I would think that fundraising plays the chief effort in all this, and making those ideas and those resources go from ideas to coming to life. But where does the effort from the fundraising side really begin?
Yeah, so as the fundraising chair, I've been in this role since 2016. And so primarily a lot of our fundraisers are restaurant oriented. So we'll have local restaurants participate and we'll get a percentage of the proceeds. We also generate funds from our book sales, and then we also run the Friend Shop within the library, and we get resources from there. And then also members of the community have been very great with giving donations to the Friends Board, and we utilize those funds and resources as well.
You're also a resident of the community, so you kind of have the pulse on what people are interested in across greater West Bloomfield, whether it is our programs at our parks or at Town Hall or things that they're participating in all across every corner of West Bloomfield and the Tri-Cities. But what do you believe makes the library somewhere that so many people are really so passionate about, whether it's the programs, the resources, or just the place to be that people can go to for so many different activities?
Yes, on an almost daily basis, anytime you go to the library, the parking lot is overflowing. And a lot of that has to do with the behind the scene works of the Friends Board. We have a great library staff that we work and partner with, and they make us aware of some of the avenues and resources that we can use to help expand their programming. The Friends Board is a great supporter of the summer reading program. Again, we offer programs. We just had one on Sunday, Talking Broadway, where we had individuals come in for the ever popular Wicked, and they perform scenes and songs from that. So we really do a lot to keep the community engaged, and that's very, in line with the partnership that we have with the library. And people often merge us together, but we are a distinct entity from the actual library. So we do a lot within the community, and then we also brainstorm within the board to come up with creative ways to generate funds, and again, to help best supplement the library's efforts to, again, keep our community engaged.
And that's what's also important here, Tina, is that there is that distinction between the library and its day-to-day staff, the library board, and the Friends of the Library. You really are their frontline engagement with the community of residents, talking to other residents about why the library is an important resource. So how does that community involvement really play that pivotal role in not only getting people interested in supporting the library, but at the very basic level, having them understand what the library has available to them on a day-to-day basis?
Yes, the Friends Board does a really good job at that because we're comprised of all volunteers. So we volunteer our time and effort on a monthly basis when we meet, and then throughout the month with the various activities that I referenced earlier. And we also rely on volunteers to work in the friend shop. So it's very community engaging. So if anyone is looking for anything to do, trust me, we have something for you to do because we are very engaged. We work a lot on a volunteer basis because, again, we want to ensure that we have the betterment of our community in terms of, again, keeping our community engaged and active within our library. Our library is a national recognized resource within our own community and township. So it's definitely something that a lot of people take advantage of, but we also want to help bring even more individuals to the library and keep them engaged because the kids love it. You know, we've donated quite a few things, as I've alluded to earlier, that help keep the community engaged and bring people to the library. One of the more popular things, again, is our summer reading program that keeps our kids engaged even throughout the summer when obviously school is out, but helps, you know, with their reading comprehension, and it will just transfer easily into the upcoming school year. So we're always looking at ways to keep our community, our children, our adults engaged within the community and coming out and utilizing the services that the library offers.
More information can be found on the Friends of the West Bloomfield Township Public Library and all the programs happening at both the main library branch and the West Acres branch on WBLIB.org. Earnestina Moore is with us, the fundraising coordinator with the Friends of the West Bloomfield Township Public Library. And you mentioned earlier on some of the more recent, really interesting resources that have come out of Friends sponsorship and fundraising ultimately from the community, like those glasses for the total solar eclipse and even some VR headsets. But as we look into both the near and the distant future, what are some of those other programs or other resources that the library is really looking to kick into high gear that people can help out with through their fundraising and, of course, much like you, their volunteerism?
Yes. So again, we have book sales. We kind of are back up and running since COVID. So we have the 2 annual book sales, and we love volunteers. So you can utilize your services and your hours that way in terms of helping us sort the books, being on site and assisting with the sales. We've also purchased the bins outside, those wonderful 2 orange bins that you see outside. We donated those to the library as well. So anytime we can get someone engaged to help out, we love and we welcome that. And so what we're looking to do is to sustain the programming that we have, again, the annual book sales, helping with the summer reading program, and then also looking for other ideas and engage in ways within which we can keep the community engaged. So if anyone has any thoughts or ideas, we welcome those as well, but we definitely want to keep our current programming intact and also help, again, keep the community engaged with our library and the resources that it offers.
Earnestina Moore is with us on the Splash Live, the fundraising coordinator and a member of the Friends of the West Bloomfield Township Public Library. Ultimately, Earnestina, you're a lover of the library and an advocate for the greater community as well. So for people that are interested in getting involved, whether it's donating to the Friends or getting involved, as you had just mentioned, in some of the many different volunteer efforts that are available, what do you think that they would take out of being involved in the community through the Friends of the Library?
Absolutely. It's very rewarding. Like I said, I've been on the board since 2016, and to see the work that we've done and then the donations that we receive from people seeing and acknowledging our hard work is definitely rewarding, because when you see the kids come in and utilize the resources that we've helped implement at the library, it's definitely rewarding, and it warms my heart personally because my daughter and I, we utilize the library all the time. Now that she's in high school, she utilized it for study groups, and then we participated in the summer reading program. And then just to take time out of our day to go to some of the wonderful programming that they offered. She's taken part of the cooking classes that they have there. And then we offer things for any age range. So I don't want people to think that it's just kid and youth oriented. We have activities that we supplement and help the library put on throughout the year. Music in Maine is another large draw. We have African American groups come in and dance troops come in. We have people come in and sing. We have country musicians. We have every genre that you can probably think of. So to come out, volunteer, and participate in any of the events, you will definitely leave better than you came, for sure, because it's rewarding and it's also very educational, enlightening, given the programs that we offer and participate through the library.
Tina, before we let you go, anything else that you'd like our community to know about the Friends of the Library and some of its needs at this time as you look to continue to enhance programming that's available to us at both the Main and the West Acres branches?
Yeah, so there's a wonderful opportunity that the community can participate in tomorrow. We are having a fundraiser at Buddy's Pizza on Northwestern Highway in Farmington Hills. And the hours of the fundraiser are from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. You can come out anytime during those hours. Just mention that you are there to support the Friends of the West Bloomfield Library Board fundraiser, and a whopping 20% of your bill will go and be donated to the Friends Board to help, again, supplement some of the programs that I referenced earlier and some of the new programming that we may be launching in 2025. So if you want to be a part and you want to get involved and you want to learn more about it, some of our board members will be there throughout the course of the day. Feel free to ask us questions. I'll be there myself. So feel free to ask any questions and come out and help support this wonderful group. And again, a wonderful opportunity for our community to come out and get engaged and be a part of what we're offering and being able to supplement the library. So again, hope to see everyone there at Buddy's Pizza today, again, between 11 a.m. and 9 p.m. Just mention that you are there to support the library board fundraiser, and they will be more than happy to service you. And we thank you and appreciate you in advance for your support and participation for those that can come out today. And it does include carry out and call-in orders as well.
Well, Ernestina, we thank you so much for being with us on the program today. Thank you for joining us to tell us more about the Friends of the West Bloomfield Library and all your efforts going forward. Appreciate your time.
Yes, thank you for your time. We appreciate the recognition, and we hope again that we see everyone tomorrow between 11 a.m. and 9 p.m. Thank you so much, Tyler.